The love that could never be. FreenBecky's bittersweet bond. The spark, when two worlds aligned. It wasn't destiny that brought them together. It was casting. But from the moment Freen Sorocha and Becky Armstrong met on the set of Gap, the series, something beyond acting, began to unfold. The director once said in an interview, they didn't need a warm-up. The first time the camera rolled, it was real. Freen, the confident senior. Becky, the bright-eyed newcomer. Their chemistry wasn't just visible. It radiated. Even before the show aired, behind-the-scenes clips started going viral. Fans noticed the way Freen's tone softened when she talked to Becky. How Becky's eyes followed Freen with admiration and warmth. What was supposed to be fiction felt like the beginning of something genuine. From co-stars to soulmates, a bond beyond the screen. As Gap gained global success, Freen and Becky's names became inseparable. Their friendship turned into something that looked like love, a gentle, quiet connection built on trust, laughter, and unspoken understanding. They called each other home. They finished each other's sentences. And when one spoke, the other listened like it mattered. At fan meetings, their body language told stories words couldn't. Freen's protective hand on Becky's back. Becky's shy glances that always found Freen's eyes. They weren't just acting anymore, they were living a story. Fans didn't just ship them, they believed in them. Because the emotions they showed felt too natural, too honest to be rehearsed. The storm, when love meets reality. But fame changes everything. With growing popularity came endless speculation. Were they together? Were they more than friends? And worse, could they even be honest about what they felt? Suddenly, the story wasn't theirs anymore. It belonged to the public. Every look, every silence, every caption, analyzed, dissected, and debated. The pressure became visible. Freen once said softly during an interview, "People will always have opinions. But we know our truth." Soon the rumors of distance began. Fewer joint appearances, different schedules. And when fans noticed, their hearts broke a little. The goodbye they never said. There was no public fallout. No drama. No statement. Just silence. The kind of silence that hurts more than words ever could. One day fans realized. The girls who once couldn't stop smiling together now stood miles apart on stage. Becky posted, "Some stories aren't meant to be explained." And Freen a week later shared, "Love is still love, even when it changes form." It was enough. The FreenBecky fandom understood. It wasn't a breakup. It was a quiet farewell wrapped in mutual respect. The fans who still believe. To this day, the FreenBeckys haven't stopped loving them. Individually or together. They replay old clips, share slow-motion videos, and write comments like, "You can't fake eyes that look like that." Maybe they had to let go, but they'll always find each other again. In fan spaces, people talk about them like characters in a love story that ended too soon. Some even call them the eternal pair. Beyond the rumors. A love that transcended definition. Maybe they never labeled it. Maybe they couldn't. But love doesn't always need words. Sometimes it's in the way you remember someone. In the quiet smiles, the small gestures, the memories that never fade. And that's what Freen and Becky became. Not just an on-screen couple. But a symbol of love that dared to exist, even in silence. Their connection, whether romantic or platonic, changed what representation looked like in Asia. They gave fans courage to be open, to feel deeply, to believe in love that doesn't always fit rules. The love that could never be, but always will be felt. Maybe timing was their enemy. Maybe the world's expectations were too heavy. Or maybe their love story wasn't meant for forever, only for impact. They met, they changed each other, and they changed millions of fans along the way. And maybe that's what true love really is. Something that doesn't have to last to be unforgettable. Because even now, when Freen smiles or Becky laughs, somewhere out there a fan still whispers, "They'll always be my favorite love story." Final thoughts. Freen and Becky's bond will forever remain one of the most beautiful enigmas in modern entertainment. A love story that never needed confirmation, only feeling. They showed the world that love can be quiet, brave, and bittersweet. And sometimes the stories that don't end happily are the ones that stay with us the longest.